shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the venom.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. They're trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Lance. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Niners 7, Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
First and 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. I got it. Check three.
They go play action with Jackson. Able to shake him off. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Come on. Right there.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. 8 yards on the completion. Now they face 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him first.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now in defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit and try and calm things down?
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. But, Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And, look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. action. Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. There he goes, right side.
I'm only going to be able to carry it so far.
Bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
That's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
It didn't bother you too much, though.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Taking the give to Mostert. Now Lance out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They hand it off to Mostert. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point safely through, and the lead is down to 2.
49ers 14.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Man open. That's Henry Ruggs. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. Steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Jackson. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs for different routes and be precise in your cuts.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Lance flush to his right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. With a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into the wall right around the line of scrimmage. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is indeed good. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball and just try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Bears are going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance gets this one to Juszczyk. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes them.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now a handoff as they run left side. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Some danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams... Talk it over on their respective sidelines. We take a break. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. There's Mostert. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. Now a play fake. Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. set at the line for this next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big play that time through the air. 38 yards. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check it.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's got room. Touchdown, 49ers. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. And that was pretty impressive. Now the Niners once again electing to go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He juked him. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Mostert. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Raheem Mostert, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Niners 53, Ravens 29.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. The throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Throwing is Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Snagged Holds it for the pick. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First down, San Francisco.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Alert three, alert three, alert three.
Undercut, undercut, undercut.
On third and long, it's Lance. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.